Hi folks, and welcome to the video. Today we're going to have a talk about cordless drills, or cordless tools if you like, about brands, what's good, what's not, and so on and so forth. So over the years I've had almost every brand that there is. I've had, in the early days we started out with Makita, going back to the I think it was well, at least a 7.2 volt series anyway, which was sort of 30 years ago. Then they moved up to the 9.6, 12, 14.4 and so on. We started out with Makita, so from that point I went on to DeWalt, and I had some really good DeWalt stuff. This old girl is a 14.4 volt drill. It's as heavy as all hell. It had a steel gearbox and that sort of stuff. It was a fantastic drill. But in any case, so point of what I'm trying to say here is I've been through a lot of different brands. I've had Milwaukee, I've had Hitachi, I've had Ryobi, I've had DeWalt, as I said, Makita, Stanley. There's not many I haven't had. But anyway, so basically, in a nutshell, what it comes down to is, or what I've found over every drill that I've ever had over the last 30 years, is the drills are all fine. And I'll speak about drills because drills and impact drives and things like that, they're the main cordless tools that I've had. I've had some other cordless tools, but generally speaking, this is what I've had, so I'll talk mainly about them. The drills are all fine, never a problem. It's always the batteries. Nothing wrong with that drill, the battery's dead. This little Ryobi, best impact drive we've ever had, and it lasted the longest out of any one we've ever had. We had two of these, battery's dead. So it doesn't matter what you buy. Like even these Makitas, I've taken the batteries home for another project, but same thing. And these are lithium, these ones, but the batteries die. Nothing wrong with the drill or the impact drive. So in a nutshell, if you're looking to buy cordless tools, particularly drills, it doesn't matter what brand really that you buy. They're all going to do the job. It's going to be either your battery or your charger that's going to fail, generally speaking, before your drill will. As I said, I've never had a drill in 30 years, I've never had a cordless drill fail. Every single one of them, except for the newest ones that I have, I've had batteries fail. Now, the little Hitachi, great, this was just a little, I think it was 10.8 volt. We bought those just for doing really light stuff, and they work good. The speed of it is, for the impact drive, is really good. It doesn't have your driver stripping out the head of the screws. It was really good. That, as I said, that Ryobi, that was the best one I ever had. The speed on this thing was absolutely perfect. It drove the screws in exceptionally well, but the speed was fast enough to drive them in, but slow enough that you weren't jumping the bit out of the screws all the time. And I wish they never altered from this. They were terrific. Now, we'll just move on a little bit. My next ones that I purchased a couple of kits of these. It was drill and driver. They were cheap for what they are. They're not the super heavy heavy duty brand, but it doesn't matter. They still work just as good. You don't need to spend $600 or $800 on a drill when you can buy one for $200 that does exactly the same job. Now, I've been there and I've done that. I've had $700, $800 Milwaukees. That was about $700 at the time. You don't need to spend that sort of money on them, because the cheaper ones, they'll do the same job, and the batteries are interchangeable, especially like on these Makitas anyway. I can buy a 5 amp hour battery off the heavy duty one that'll fit straight into this. So there's no point. And this does the job. It screws 3-inch screws into hardwood all day, you know, whilst you keep the battery charged, and it's fine. You don't need to spend the big bucks. But my complaint with this is not about the quality, it's about the speed of the driver. Yet again, this one, 2300 RPMs, that's too fast. It strips the head, strips your screwdriver bit, it strips it out of the screws. Or it snaps screws off because it's trying to bury them in too quick. No good in that respect. Then we move on to these. I didn't even know when we got these that Stanley actually made cordless tools. We got onto these again as a kit deal, drill and driver for like $130 something when a hardware shop down the road here was closing down. So we bought about 4 kits of them because, as I said, we use them all the time. Now, the drill, fantastic. Never had a problem with it. Works great. It has, like probably all modern drills here, it has your battery thing here which tells you how much life's in the battery. 22 torque settings on it, up to the drill point, and 2 speed. Good drill. The impact drive is much the same. A very, very good drill. It's reasonably heavy, but it's a very, very good tool. But again, the problem is this one is even faster. What did I say that one was? 2300? That one's 2900. So as we've progressed throughout the years, they've gotten faster and faster. It's no good. Like, it's a great drill, but the speed, I mean, is no good. It's too fast. They need to get back to slowing them down if they're not going to have multiple speeds on the drill, which this is a single speed machine, so all I can do is, it's basically drill speed. It's way too fast. Then, about 12 months ago, we bought these for a pretty good price. These DeWalt, they're a brushless, a very compact little thing. I really like it. It's small in the hand, it's light, it works well, and this one, like I would imagine these days, like all of the top professional line drills and that do, it has multiple speeds. So it has 1, 2 and 3 speeds for an impact drive. I use this on speed 2 all the time. That seems to be about the good sort of default speed for this. One, which is a better speed, but it just doesn't have any torque in it. Like as soon as you start to get a screw up, the torque is no good, so I don't like that. 3 is far too fast, yet again. Has the, like they all do, has the battery, tell you the battery life on the back. So we bought 2 of these. Joe had a problem with his that had to get fixed under warranty. I've had no problem with mine. His, he'd be doing a screw up and then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, the gearbox switched into reverse, and instead of doing it up, it was pulling it back out. So that wasn't happening all the time, but it was happening often enough that there was obviously a problem. It went away, DeWalt fixed it up under warranty, no problems. So these are the ones that we're using at the moment, and I have, apart from that warranty issue, I have no complaints about this. I find it a very good drill, driver. But as I said, I've had no problems with any of them. So the point that I want to make in this video is these days, brand is pretty much irrelevant. A lot of the times they're even being made in the same factories and they're just being labelled for whatever brand they are. But, you know, brand really is irrelevant. You need to pick the brand that you like, that you can afford, and that you're happy with. Because they'll all do the job for you regardless of what you pick. Which is the point I'm trying to make. You don't need to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on one super duper good drill, because at the end of the day, as I said, it will be the battery that will fail you, not the drill. And by the time when that battery dies, they've probably bought out a whole bunch of new stuff which has made that tool irrelevant, and there's no point buying a battery for a tool that's gone by now, which is what's happened to me. Like, I still have every single drill I've ever bought, because there's no point spending hundreds of dollars buying new batteries for old technology and things like that. It's far cheaper just to buy a new drill, you know, and you end up with drills everywhere. But anyway, so the point I was trying to make, and what I wanted to make, was brand doesn't matter. Just pick what you're happy with and go with that. Don't get caught up in whatever you see on videos saying this is the best, this is the best. It doesn't matter. They're all the same. It's just little features and comforts and things like that that separate them. There's no real separation in quality amongst the same priced items. The separation in quality would come as if that was $700 and that was $110, well, obviously there's a separation in the quality there. But what you've got to look at is you could buy 5 of these for the same price as one of those. Is this going to last you 5 times longer than that? That's the bottom line. So I hope you got something out of it. Thanks for watching, and we're still on holidays for another couple of weeks, so once we get back to work properly, we'll start resuming videos as normal.